Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. This is Tifosi Culture TV and I'm your host Hotshot, and today we are going to be doing a tactical analysis on Sunday's titanic clash that saw the champions Liverpool be humiliated by the contenders Manchester City in a 4-1 defeat. As the great Peter Drury said, Manchester City have stuck their boots on the neck of the champions. With 2 goals from Silky Ilkay Gundogan, along with Raheem Sterling and Phil Foden netting one each, Mo Salah netted a penalty for the home side on the back of an uncharacteristic error from Ruben Dias. The XG indicated it was a fair result, as Manchester City had a 3.55 XG, while Liverpool had a 1.18 XG. The stats showed that while the hosts had more possession, they failed to capitalize, with having only 3 shots on target compared to Man City's 5. So what tactics did Pep Guardiola use to beat Jurgen Klopp? Well, let's find out. So coming to the formations, Jurgen Klopp fielded his standard 4-3-3 formation, with Henderson partnering Fabinho at the heart of the defense, while Curtis Jones started in midfield alongside Thiago and Wijnaldum. And up top, we had the usual front three of Salah, Mane and Firmino. City also had a 4-3-3 formation with Zinchenko coming into the side at left back, while João Cancelo remained in the side. The informed Ilkay Gundogan was on a midfield 3 alongside Rodri and Bernardo, while up top we had Foden, Mahrez and Sterling. Quick reminder, if you like this video, please do consider smashing that like button. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and gets this video out to a bigger and wider audience. And if you enjoyed the content, do consider subscribing if you want more match reviews, previews, tactical analysis, team analysis and player analysis. And if you are a returning viewer or subscriber, I appreciate you and thank you so much guys for tuning in and for all your support. And do check out our podcast called the Tifosi Culture Podcast, our latest episode regarding Wrexham's takeover, and our special Serie A mid-season review is also up. Now let's take a look at what Manchester City tried to do when building out from the back. Ruben Dias and John Stones split the width of the box, and Ederson pushed up to create a 3v3 matchup alongside Liverpool's front 3. This allowed João Cancelo and Zinchenko to push up high and wide. Liverpool tried to press by keeping Salah and Mane on Ruben Dias and John Stones respectively, while Firmino will step up to press Ederson with his cover shadow blocking Rodri. To counter this, Pep Guardiola used João Cancelo as an inverted fullback, helping out Rodri as a double pivot and creating a 2v1 situation against Firmino. Cancelo acting as a double pivot made Mane tuck in more centrally to help out Firmino. City, however, were unable to build out from the back comfortably. Hence, Pep decided to make certain tweaks to the way they build up with the ball. Firstly, Cancelo inverting meant that this created a free space out wide, in which Bernardo Silva was more than happy to drift into, as seen by Bernardo Silva's heat map. And this made a Liverpool midfielder follow him, drawing them out of position. Bernardo would receive the ball and pass it to Mahrez, who would look to put in a cross to the far post for Raheem Sterling to attack. He finished the game with 3 crosses, the most by any Man City player, but Fabinho was too good in the air and managed to head away any ball coming into the box, winning 2 aerials. Alternatively, Phil Foden would look to drop into the free space vacated by Bernardo Silva, as seen in the average positions. He would look to receive the ball and try to play in Mahrez, making a run in beyond the defense. Higher up the pitch and in Liverpool's own half, they tended to defend in a much more compact and narrow manner, congesting the center of the pitch. And this is where Pep's second tweak came into play. Zinchenko at times would also drift into the center, creating a 2-3-5 formation to add more numbers into the midfield. This allowed Gundogan and Bernardo license to push higher up and attack the half spaces, and this was how City got their penalty. City predominantly played through their left-hand side. On the left, higher up the pitch, Gundogan would often look to occupy the half space between Fabinho and Trent. This caused Trent to defend narrower, leaving Raheem Sterling free to make runs in beyond the defense. Also, Gundogan would look to occupy Fabinho and leave Sterling 1v1 with Trent, and Sterling would look to beat Trent and drive into the box. And some of these principles was how City got their first goal. . ' Now let's look at what Liverpool tried to do in possession. Liverpool also typically tended to build up short via the centre-backs. The two centre-backs split wide, causing the full-backs to push higher up. City tried to press in an almost 4-4-2/4-2-4 formation, but they did not press with any intensity as seen by their PPDA in the first half. In the second half, however, that completely changed. We'll get to that. Phil Foden and usually Riyad Mahrez would look to press the two centre-backs, while Sterling and Bernardo Silva would look to press the full-backs. Even though Bernardo was a CM, he was able to press Robertson as soon as he got the ball by drifting out wide. If Bernardo Silva was wide and Liverpool wanted to play through the middle, one of Liverpool's midfielders would drop to receive the ball. This would then cause Phil Foden to press the midfielder, while Raheem Sterling joins the press to press the other centre-back, and this would cause a 2v2 situation in midfield. Roberto Firmino would drop deep into the midfield to create a 3v2 advantage as seen in the average positions. Firmino dropping into midfield provides an extra option to progress the ball and to link up with Salah or Mane. Dropping into midfield also draws out one of the centre-backs, allowing either Salah or Mane to make more diagonal outward to inward runs, anticipating Henderson's long balls. Jordan Henderson made a total of 13 long balls, the most by any Liverpool player. Due to Raheem Sterling often being higher up the pitch to start counters, Liverpool had more joy attacking on the right-hand side with Trent. Salah would occupy Zinchenko and Diaz, and as a result of this, Trent was able to make overlapping runs and whip in crosses. And this led to one of Liverpool's big chances through Trent's cross and Mane's header. Trent finished with a total of 8 crosses, and he also put in 2 key passes. Higher up the pitch and in City's own half, they defended in a 4-5-1. They crowded the centre, leaving the wide spaces free, and this allowed Liverpool's centre-backs to easily find their midfielders, for them to spray the ball out wide to the wingers. On the left-hand side, Mane's inward runs drew the attention of Cancelo and Mahrez, and this created space for Robertson on the overlap. He also chipped in with 8 crosses. Liverpool typically played through their left-hand side, as shown. In the second half, Pep realized Liverpool's fullbacks had too much time and were not being closed down. Hence, he decided to play a much more flat and deep 4-4-2, with Sterling and Mahrez dropping deeper, and Bernardo and Foden would be the ones pressing up top. Sterling and Mahrez dropping deeper and staying close to their fullbacks prevented Liverpool's fullbacks space to attack. This made Liverpool struggle to build up play efficiently by finding their midfielders. Hence, Trent would tuck in to form the third centre-back to allow them to build up play more effectively. This drew Sterling onto Trent, and hence isolated Salah with Zinchenko. Trent would attempt long balls, as seen by him attempting the second most long balls in the side with 11. Salah would look to beat Zinchenko with pace and latch on to over-the-top through balls, and this was how Liverpool got their penalty. After the scores were level, Pep brought on Jesus and shifted Foden as a right winger, and this provided the legs to press with more intensity in the second half. And back passes to Alisson was the main pressing trigger. This, coupled with Alisson making 2 huge errors, led to City scoring 2 more goals. Shifting Foden out wide also proved to be a master stroke, as he was more direct and he was able to cut in and score a brilliant goal. In the end, Pep's in-game management to stifle Liverpool's fullbacks as well as to press hard at key moments in the end was the deciding factor. And this result sees City move 10 points clear ahead of Liverpool with the game in hand. And it also sees their 18-year winless run at Anfield broken. The man of the match is simple, it has to be Ilkay Gundogan. Even though he missed a penalty, he made up for it by scoring 2 goals and having an 86% pass completion and 2 shots on target. So that is it guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button and do subscribe. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Peace.